Hey, I'm Abby and welcome back to the Life Work Balance YouTube channel. Today I want to talk to you about some tips I have to help you overcome your job interview nerves. Before we jump into that, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the bell so that you can continue to receive life work balance advice delivered directly to you every week. Feeling nervous for an interview is very normal. It feels high stakes because you're talking with someone who you don't know, or maybe you've met one or two other times, and they're going to determine if you should get a job or not. This job might be your dream job, or it might be a job that is necessary to help you just pay the bills. Regardless of what type of interview it is, and regardless about how you feel about this interview, I've got several tips for you on how you can overcome your nerves associated with this interview. First and foremost, when it comes to feeling comfortable during your interview, preparation is key. If you don't prepare for an interview, it's likely you will feel nervous or unprepared, and that lack of preparedness will contribute to your overall nervousness. So first and foremost, you have to prepare for your interview. So how do you do this? Well, there's a few ways that you prepare for your interview. I've got several videos on the topic of how to prepare for an interview, but specifically, you want to review the job posting. I recommend printing it out, highlighting keywords and phrases that you think are critical to the actual job itself and to the organization, because it's likely that job posting also has a section about the organization or the team. Understand the types of skills and education and experience that you bring that will help you be successful when you're actually doing the job. In addition to understanding the types of skills, experience, education, training, etc. that you bring with you, it's also important to understand the types of character traits that might be important for this job and this organization that you have that will help you be the best fit for the role. Feeling comfortable with the job posting, the things that are going to be required of you if you were to get the job, and knowing how you fit in with that role and the organization is the first step to feeling prepared. The next thing that you want to do is try to predict the type of questions that will be asked during the interview. Now, unless they send you the questions that will be asked during the interview, you're going to have to take your best guess. I have several videos on the types of questions you can expect during an interview, ranging from the 5 hardest questions that might come up to common types of questions that can be asked that are behavior-based. Using these videos, you can prepare yourself to answer many different types of questions. I also recommend using resources like ChatGPT to generate interview questions that could come up during the interview process. So what you can do is you can go into ChatGPT, you can paste the job posting, and you can say, based off of the posting below or based on the posting above, what are 5, 10, 20 different types of interview questions that I could expect during a job interview? Then, once you've reviewed the job description, you've tried to predict the different types of interview questions that might come up, it's time to prepare questions that you can ask for the end of the interview. Again, I have several videos on this topic, but you want to prepare at least 3 different types of questions to ask at the end. A role-specific question, a culture-based question, and a hard or hesitation question. With, at minimum, 3 questions prepared, that is a great way to wrap up your interview preparation process. Now, as a quick side note, if you're looking for further preparation help and you would like to work with me directly, I offer interview strategy sessions, which are quick 45-minute sessions where we do all of those 3 things. We review the job posting, we go over types of interview questions that you could predict might come up during the interview, and we review the different types of questions you can ask at the end of an interview. So if you're looking for specific help preparing for your interview and you would like to schedule a strategy session with me, please reach out to me today. I have limited spots available each week, but I've listed my website as well as my email in the description box below, and I would love to hear from you as soon as possible. So once you've actually prepared for your interview, let's talk about the mindset necessary to have a successful and hopefully low nerves interview. This mindset is that this actually isn't an interview. This is more of a meeting or a conversation. This is key and critical to reducing your interview nerves. If you think of this more as a conversation between 2 or more people and not a high-stakes interview, you will likely reduce your nerves, your anxiety, and your worry associated with this interview. Sure, you still want to be your best self showing up to this interview, and there still may be some high stakes. However, thinking of this as a conversation and even a two-way interview, you also are interviewing them to determine best fit for this role and best fit for the organization. After an interview, you might determine that this role is not for you, or this organization or team has some serious red flags and you want to move on to something different. So if you can think of this interview as something more than just an interview, it's a conversation between two or more people to determine best fit for a role in the organization, that will hopefully reduce your nerves. And my third and final tip when it comes to reducing your nerves or overcoming your nervousness for a job interview is changing your paradigm around how you're experiencing this nervousness. Now, there are several studies out there that have been done. I'll try to find them and link to them in the description box below, when it comes to the difference between nervousness and excitement. Now, when you compare nervousness and excitement within your body, the physiological response, the way your body is responding to nervousness and excitement is exactly the same. The only difference is how you are interpreting that response. So if you instead, when you're starting to feel nervous, you think, I'm feeling really excited about this opportunity, and all you do is just change the words you're using associated with that feeling, that can actually change the way that your body is perceiving that input. So if you tell yourself, I'm feeling excited about this interview, my body is preparing me for this interview, rather than I'm so nervous about this interview, I'm stressed, I'm worried, I'm scared about this interview. Just changing the words you use associated with those feelings will help you reduce your nervousness and feel more confident and prepared for the interview process. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you have any additional questions, comments, thoughts, or ideas, please put them in the comments box below. I love receiving comments, and just know that if I'm not able to respond to you directly, that your comments, your thoughts, and your feedback will likely help someone else who's going through something similar in the future. If you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the bell so that you can continue to receive life-work balance advice delivered directly to you every week. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.